Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Wynn, and this is Critical Failure. So, this is Brian. Sorry. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Brian Wynn, and that's it.
Okay. This is his first video, and this is his first take. So, yeah, let him be weird. This video is on the Berbalang. So, if you know anything about that, the Berbalang is a creature based on trying to figure out secrets, find out new secrets, trading in secrets. I would say more of less of taking secrets rather than trading, so keep that in mind. They scour the astral sea in their spectral form and stuff like that, which we might get into a little bit later, depends on how tired I am. But so far, it's a medium-sized creature that's neutral evil, has a proficiency bonus of +2, has an AC of 14, an HP average count of 38, it's 11d8 minus 11, has a speed of 30 and a fly speed of 40, has a strength of 9, which is a -1. I would say that it should have less. I would say that it should have a strength of like easily an 8 or a 7, just to have that -2. It doesn't look like it's very strong. A dexterity of 16, which is a +3, constitution of 9, which is a -1, an intelligence of 14, which is a +3. I think that these should be a little bit smarter than that, to be honest. A wisdom of 11, which I figured should have a little bit more wisdom. I would say at least a 14, but the 11 is a 0, and a charisma of 10, which is a 0. These creatures have a dexterity of +5. I mean, a save of dexterity +5 and an intelligence save of +5. For an intelligence, excuse me. It has the skills that it's proficient in are Arcana +5, History +5, Insight +2, Perception +2, and Religion, which is a +5. Its senses are True Sight 120 feet and a Passive Perception of 12, and it speaks all languages but rarely speaks the living. How do you think of that?
I think it's good.
Go a little bit more in depth, like what do you think about it speaking only to the dead?
I think it's really good at how how the monster can talk to the dead and see how much it knows, the dead knows about when it lived and what it did.
Okay. Now, what about it dealing with secrets? Do you think that this creature would just go up to random things and just try and figure out if it knew a secret, like a random squirrel, which I doubt it would, but what do you think about that specifically? Like, do you think it would just end up going around trying to communicate with everything, or things that it deems worthy to possibly hold a secret?
I think something that deems worthy, that holds the secrets.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about that before we move on to the next thing?
No.
Okay. One of its, well, before I get to that, it's a challenge rating of 2, which is 450 XP. One of its abilities is a Spectral Duplicate, which it can summon as a bonus action, but it can recharge this at a short or a long rest. The Spectral Duplicate appears in an unoccupied space within 60 feet. The original Berbalang is unconscious while the duplicate exists, and you can only have one duplicate at one time. It has all the same stats, and the damage that the duplicate does is psychic damage, and it disappears once it hits 0 HP. I think this would be really cool because if you're in a campaign where you're plane shifting or something like that, you could more than likely have quite a few Berbalangs actually magically show up if they're in the astral sea. And I just kind of want to imagine a group of Berbalang fucking with a huge group of like party members. I just find that really funny to me. But it also has innate spellcasting, with intelligence being its modifier. It has a DC of 13, so that would be its save. At will, it can speak with the dead, and once a day it can plane shift itself only, so, you know, astral sea, anywhere really, trying to spy on God, stuff like that. It's just trying to learn secrets, so it's going to scour the dead gods and like dead travelers in the astral sea, any magically dead astral dreadnoughts, stuff like that. Ignore that sound. It has multi-attack, which it can use one with its bite and one with its claw. The bite is a +5 to hit and a 5 feet reach. It does average 8 damage. It's 1d10 plus 3, but it's piercing. Its claws do, again, 5 feet. It's 5 feet plus 5 to hit, and 8 total, but 2d4 plus 3 slashing. Again, this monster is just completely obsessed with secrets, trying to get them at any will. I would say Berbalangs would be more or less hostile towards each other if they were able to come across their physical bodies, trying to kill them to learn the secrets that they didn't know. So I would feel like if they magically came across dead gods or other dead Berbalang, they would most definitely speak with their corpse just to get the secrets out. Now, you could also most definitely have it to where they could be working together in like some sort of coven type of situation. What did you think of like what these things could do?
I don't know.
You have not thought anything during this entire video, have you?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna try and help you out. So, you know this goes into the Astral Sea. You've played D&D with us several times. Knowing its abilities, what do you think it could do? Like, aside looking at the most basic, like Mordenkainen's Tome description, which I got this from, what do you think it could do? It can speak with the dead at will. Do you think it would more or less just be, like, what do you think?
What I think they can do more, or
Like, what would you say they could do? Like, other than what I've stated?
what I think they can use their secrets against them.
Against what? Like, obviously, it's like they're going to use the secrets that the Berbalang knows, but who would they use those secrets against?
On the dead, they use them against on the dead if they doesn't want to speak about anything else, and then
So how would they know that how would they know that secret on that dead person at that point?
like you said, they like secrets.
Yeah, but how would they use it against them? You know, they're dead. Like, I'm trying to get you to elaborate on that.
Well, they can go more into depth of the secrets of what happened while they were.
Okay, so how would they get a secret out of that? Like, I don't think like a ghost of a king would really matter. Like, he would really care if someone started bringing up shady stuff while he was alive. It's like, I'm dead now. What does that matter? That's what I think, anyways.
Well,
That's how I
if
would
they
definitely
have
run
any
that.
relatives, like a son or a daughter or a wife.
But the Berbalang wouldn't go out of its way, in my opinion. Like, of course, there's going to be some Berbalang who are different, but I just don't see normal Berbalang going out and trying to use that type of secret to their advantage. Like, in that circumstance. Like, do I believe it could happen? Yeah. I understand what you're doing. Like, I could see that. It's just, in a stereotypical sense, I don't think that would happen. Not to, like, shoot your plane down whatsoever. But, I completely see them not doing that. Like, what I could see more is, like, them using the secrets from the dead to use it against the living. Like, even though they don't speak with the, like, living on several occasions, like, they are used by the Githyanki very often, I would say. And I know you didn't read the Berbalang stuff whatsoever, but the Berbalang are used by the Githyanki, like I just said, as like spies and stuff like that. So they could more than definitely get the Githyanki to do something. Like, they start like saying secrets and stuff like that, into which, you know, whoever the Githyanki are hunting at that point, like, they start getting information or something like that. So I think that would be really cool, using the Berbalang's knowledge to be able to do that. Something similar to what you said, but going into more in-depth type of things. I just really like the idea of using a group of these who have one goal to really mess with some people. I also think that it'd be really cool for this the Berbalang when encountered, if a party or anyone tries to get it to tell a secret, like, and they coax it with like the bones of someone that is wanted by the Berbalang, or telling them that they have a secret, and they get them to divulge a secret that they need if they magically, for that Berbalang to magically have it. Like, I think that'd be really cool for them to, like, trade secrets, more or less. But I also feel like the Berbalang would try and kill the party if it knows, like, it was pointless. But, yeah. What do you have in mind? Like, any other things? No?
No.
Alright, well. Again, I'm Brendan Wynn.
My name is Brian. Oh, whoops.
Apparently his
I'm
name is Brian. Like, yeah. He's new. He's going to be appearing a little bit more. Not very often, as I'm going to be doing a lot of videos by myself. I have finally stopped being lazy and have written for another video. I'm going to look up how to use my camera. Not my camera, my cam. Even though it's literally the same thing. But I'm going to look up how to install it to my camera. To my computer, sorry. And get it all fixed. See how I can use my Audacity and stuff like that to get it up. And get this all running correctly like how I want, because I've been really kind of not having much time trying to play my guitar and get all that settled. So yeah, let's hope that I can get this off of the ground and actually get back into it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was a Berbalang. Hopefully me and Edward can get together sometime and actually go more in depth into these creatures as I want to. Once I hit the seas, I think I'm going to start doing that. That way we're going to do, rather than a brief look, it's going to be a more in-depth look, like a full in-depth conversation about it. Look at previous editions, like how I have it for the Our Kokra that I'm going to be hopefully posting here in the next coming weeks. But yeah, I took really big time for that. But that's just a quick look into the Berbalang from Mordenkainen's Tome. So yeah, look out for another video later tonight or tomorrow morning on the Bone Claw. See you guys.